Rudy Giuliani has bad news for James Comey, puts final nail in his coffin, by Carmine Sabia Politics US News from AdWorldNews.com. It is safe to assume that former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani does not have any affection for former FBI Director James Comey. But Comey's week just went from bad to worse if Giuliani's blockbuster statement about him is true. The man, known by many as America's mayor, had a fiery interview with CNN's Chris Cuomo on the debut episode of his new primetime show, aptly named Cuomo Primetime. It began with all of the things Cuomo lecturing Giuliani about what to say to God while in the Holy Land as Giuliani appeared via satellite from Israel. Cuomo asked Giuliani about the story of how Donald Trump Jr.'s letter about his meeting at Trump Tower with the Russians who promised dirt on the 2016 Democrat presidential nominee Hillary Clinton came to be, and why the story changed. The president's attorney, Jay Sekulow, and White House press secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders both said that the president had nothing to do with the letter, but in a letter written to special counsel Robert Mueller, Sekulow said that the letter was dictated by the president. You think maybe someone could have made a mistake? Giuliani asked, posing what would appear to be a plausible explanation, as dictating a letter is not a crime and it would make no sense to knowingly lie about it. You think Jay Sekulow lied, Giuliani said? Maybe he just got it wrong. This is a complex investigation. Giuliani told Cuomo that it is simple for people to forget about the facts, and that is why it is not wise for the president to be interviewed by Mueller, as it could become a perjury trap, much like what the FBI did to Martha Stewart. You can make a mistake if you want to. You can say it's a lie. It was a mistake, Giuliani said. I swear to God, it was a mistake. Be careful about swearing to God when you're in Jerusalem, Cuomo warned. It may carry a little more weight right now with the answers that you give. Giuliani dismissed the statement with a laugh and said that he heard a storm cloud coming. Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Take a little bit of a listen to this.
All right, this is our first official night, so thank you for being here. And we do have a lot to test here. Why does President Trump think he can pardon himself? And why would his attorney say the president could shoot James Comey and still not be?
Notice how rattled they all are about Trump pardoning himself. Boy, Trump knows how to rattle the media.
Indicted. We talked to Rudy Giuliani about exactly that. Joining us now, President Trump's attorney, Mr. Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, he's really thrilled to see him.
So you went to Jerusalem. Are you trying to invoke the power of the Holy Spirit in this interview?
Well, I just came from the Church of the Holy Sepulchre and from the Wailing Wall, and I can't tell you what I prayed for or wished for, but maybe I'm trying to get a little help. We can use all the help we can get.
Well, let's see how it works for you right now. You're not here at home in the U.S., but you are big news, sir. And here's why. Let me ask you.
I am. All right.
Do you regret saying that the president could shoot Jim Comey and not be prosecuted?
I think I was asked the question, and I didn't say it. I didn't like to say that. And I said, very theoretically, the answer is the president can't be prosecuted for anything. There's a constitutional remedy for that. And, of course, that would be entirely ridiculous.
Right, but you could have made the point anyway.
It was a hypothetical that
you see the what are they, the police are out patrolling language. You see look at Cuomo's face right now. Unbelievable.
He would entertain in law school, and that's what I tried to say. That it's totally ridiculous. The president hasn't done anything wrong. There's no reason for any of this. But if you want to just answer a simple answer, not only that, Chris, almost every head of state has the same immunity. The head of state has to be out of office, then you can prosecute them.
No, I
if
get
they
the
did something
process.
wrong.
I get the
Totally
process.
irrelevant in his case.
I get
He
the
didn't do
process.
anything wrong.
My question is, you
Hard
could
for
have
me to
made that
understand.
example with any kind of hypothetical you wanted. You chose
I don't think
shooting Jim Comey.
I didn't. I don't think I chose it. I think that was the one that was suggested, but maybe I could have said, let's use another one.
Maybe. Well, I'm sure you'll get another chance. It's just, look, the last thing we need is more gasoline on the fire, right? More reason for people to have unduly hostile views of the people in our Department of Justice. And when you set something up like that, you know, a lot of people start talking about it in terms that we don't need. You understand?
Well, you know, okay, probably not the right analogy, although technically I believe correct, although there's dispute about it. And I think that was selected by somebody else.
Yeah, okay, Mommy. Yeah, I won't speak like that. I mean, what is this line of questioning continuously? I mean, it's disgusting. You're not his father.
Me, and it's been said a few times that way to kind of give you the extreme view. But the reality is, when you say Department of Justice, I mean, the Department of Justice has not covered itself with glory in this situation. They conduct this spy investigation. It's over. They complain that they can't reveal the informant because the informant would be in jeopardy of losing his life. His name has been revealed. Are they protecting him? I don't know. I can't seem to get an answer to that.
Well,
So
why?
maybe that was hypocritical. I don't know.
I mean, look, just to go down that road, because it seems to be a little bit of a red herring in your "we won't do an interview until" argument. But your guys, Gowdy and Nunes, they went there, they looked at the information, they came out crickets. Drew, you know, Congressman Schiff went in there,
Well,
he looked at it,
I don't know.
he said, there's no wrongdoing. What is there to look at? Why forward this?
Well, here's what to look at, every single report. What was the basis of this? Why did they begin such an investigation? If they did, and I think Clapper used the word spying. He didn't like the word, but he said
He used it because that was the word you were using.
On the Russians. No, he said they put a spy in on the Russians.
No, he said spying, and I don't like that word. And Trump then said, Clapper said it like he owned the reality. That was disingenuous. But what I'm saying is Gowdy, Nunes...
I don't know if that... Chris, I don't think that's right. But in any event, here's the real point. The Dawn investigation's been over with for over a year. They concealed it completely, never revealed it to the president. There seems to be no reason not to reveal it to the president. That's why I want to read the documents. They can show me a good reason, I'll back off. But I'm not going to let my client go into a set-up situation where they conceal things for a year when there's no reason to do it. I'm sorry, I'm suspicious that if they concealed it for a year, there's something wrong. I'm suspicious about their claim of mortal jeopardy for the informant whose name they leaked.
These are arguments...
Why aren't they investigating?
Who leaked it? I'm saying these are arguments you've used before. People protect CIs
I didn't
all
leak
the
it.
time.
I'll take a lie detector test.
No, I'm not saying
I
you
didn't leak it.
I'm not saying you leaked it.
I
I'm saying...
I don't even know who the guy is.
I'm saying, well, you
The
know...
only people that could have leaked it are the FBI,
Right.
the Department of Justice,
Right.
not Mueller. I don't know if he knows the guy.
But again, who leaked the information is one thing. Lucky for you, the media is providing that protection. Many of us know the identity. We're not putting it out there in deference to the person's protection. But that's not the issue.
No, it is the issue. The Wall Street, it's an issue as to what's going on in the top levels of the Justice Department.
But you had Gowdy and Nunes look at the stuff, and they said there was
Gowdy
no
and Nunes are not
wrongdoing.
somebody's lawyer. I don't know the last time they practiced criminal law. So don't tell me. I like both of them, but they're not the lawyers. They don't have the awesome responsibility of representing somebody who is being treated in a way that you wouldn't treat a common criminal.
Did you notice that he said that we have the name? We have the name who leaked it? You see the arrogance? I don't think Giuliani is up for this job here. I don't think so. I don't think he's tough enough. He's not naming names. And then you see how they brought up Gowdy? That Gowdy said there was nothing there. There was nothing there.
So don't tell me Gowdy and Nunes. I got like more experience than the two of them by 10.
Okay, and you are the president's lawyer, fair point, so let me direct a question to you as such. Why do you believe that the White House team / the Trump legal team before Rudy Giuliani, why do you think they chose to lie about his role in drafting this statement about Trump Jr.'s meeting with the Russians?
You think maybe somebody could have made a mistake?
It's a lot of mistakes.
Why is it always
a lot of mistakes?
Why is it always that somebody? You think Jay Sekulow lied? Maybe he just got it wrong. Like I got a few things wrong at the beginning of the investigation. Meaning my knowledge that this is a complex investigation. First week or so, I got a few things wrong, and then it was clarified in a letter, and that's the final position.
Well,
that's the danger of going under oath. That you can make a mistake. Well, please let me finish.
Please go ahead.
You can make a mistake. You can make a mistake, and then if you want to, you can say it's a lie. But it was a mistake. I swear to God, it was a mistake. The guy made a mistake. I corrected.
I hear you.
And actually, had he testified under oath before they concluded a grand jury investigation, he'd have a right to recant it.
Sure.
You have a right to correct your testimony.
Absolutely, he would. And be careful about swearing to God when you're in Jerusalem. It may carry a little bit more weight right now.
Did you practice that, Cuomo? Did you practice that? Well, the mayor addressed the concerns over what the president is able to do via his pardon power. I can tell you as a lawyer the pardon power is complete and there is no limitation on it, he said, but added he's not going to pardon himself. The comments came after President Trump drove liberals mad on Monday when he tweeted that he did, in fact, have the power to pardon himself for any crimes, but he added that there would be no need to pardon himself as he did not commit any crimes to pardon himself. And there's his tweet there. Giuliani continued to express his belief that the FBI embedded a spy in President Trump's campaign, an assertion that Cuomo did not like. Cuomo noted that Republican South Carolina Representative Trey Gowdy said that the FBI did its job properly and did not embed a spy in the president's campaign. So Gowdy and Nunes are not somebody's lawyer. I don't know the last time they practiced criminal law. So, Nunes did not say that. I don't. I like both of them, but they don't have the responsibility and whatever. He said that. Giuliani also continued his attacks on former FBI Director Comey, but explained that his remark that the president could have... Oh, come on. According to Giuliani, that is the least of what Comey should be concerned about these days. Giuliani said that an upcoming report from the Inspector General of the Justice Department will prove that Comey acted improperly while he was in office and that he would be faced with consequences. The last nail in the coffin is going to be that report, he said. Maybe he's going to say it now? I don't know.
These answers that you give.
I think I heard a little... But yeah, I heard something up there.
A little thunderclap. Be careful. Let's play the sound of the evolution of this recollection. This isn't sound of you. Don't get upset. This is Jay Sekulow and Sarah Sanders. Let's play it.
Let's go to the
different stories and lies on material matters and the need to develop and
Hold on.
I think you're just saying that. President Trump wants to be interviewed.
Right. I hope that's true.
Because he believes he is innocent.
This is with the pardoning.
No. It isn't different unless, as Judge Ellis pointed out, maybe, just maybe, they're trying to trap him into perjury.
Maybe he just changes his story. He changed his story about why he got rid of Comey.
Maybe,
about what they knew about Flynn, about what happened with his response.
Oh, jeez.
No, maybe what they'll do...
Wound up changing it over time. That's not the same thing.
Like this. The only reason we're having this debate at all, because he wants to. And you know that's true. I mean, a lot of people think you're just saying that. President Trump wants to be interviewed.
I hope that's true.
Because he believes he is innocent. He says to me, I didn't do anything wrong.
I hope that's true.
You see, they're out for blood. Believe you me, they're out for blood. And you see, he's on his game. Cuomo's on his game. Right there. Even though I can't stand the guy, but he's actually on the game. You see how he's asking questions. Let's see about Comey if we can get.
If we lived in an ideal world, you're absolutely right. But we got 13 angry Democrats investigating a president who happens to be a Republican.
Oh, like he's saying, oh, come on now, right? Look at that smirk when he's saying about the 13 angry Democrats.
Have to subpoena him. He shouldn't have to plead the fifth. He is the highest elected official in the land. He should sit down and do the interview.
we haven't reached the question of pleading the fifth with a whole other issue. But let's address it. Yes, if we lived in an ideal world, you're absolutely right. But we got 13 angry Democrats investigating a president.
You see? Oh, no, let's not look at the 13 angry Democrats that are investigating the president. No, let's not look at that. Look at Cuomo's face.
Who happens to be a Republican. One of them donated $35,000 to Hillary Clinton. Most prosecutors don't donate $35,000. And then most people are impartial enough in a role like that not to hire that person to investigate Donald Trump. Excuse me if I'm a little nervous.
Look, I know
Am I a fool?
I've heard this before,
like
but
you.
one, the idea of painting the FBI as a Democrat institution really flies in the face of everything I've known for 20 years in this business.
Yeah,
Senator
you see?
Grassley says, boy, oh boy, is that crazy? And if he were my lawyer, listen to what he says.
If I were president of the United States and I had a lawyer that told me I could pardon myself, I think I'd hire a new lawyer.
You don't think the president, you don't think...
You notice that? What did I say about Grassley? What did I say about Grassley? I said, Grassley, good lad, Gowdy, they're not working on our side. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, these people, did you see how Grassley had that? And he's, yeah, you know, we need DeGenova here, you know?
The president can pardon himself. You don't think it's right, and you don't think it's right under the law.
I can tell you as a lawyer, the pardon power is complete, and there is no limitation on it. Would somebody impose a practical limitation on it? Absolutely.
Section 2 puts a limit on it.
The practical limitation is it would be suicide to pardon.
That's the political limitation. That's the political limitation.
You'll never reach it.
The practical one is you don't pardon in the case of an impeachment, and that's what he would be doing.
It's not going to happen.
Good.
And pardon doesn't get you off impeachment. So you can't pardon yourself from an impeachment.
Well,
so pardoning is not, he's not going to pardon himself. If you want to have a nice issue, you know, about this very, very hypothetical point, is that power so broad? There's nothing that says yes, and there's nothing that says no. Nobody ever thought of it.
Well,
maybe that's a good argument.
Maybe it's
a good argument you can't.
I think if it were a law school exam, you would want to come down on the idea of no, he can't, based on what we know about the law and justice.
Exam,
but the president is saying he can.
I would do that.
If he's not going to do it.
If it was a law school exam, Chris, if it was a law school exam, I would say this.
Yeah.
The pardon power is complete. Nothing in the Constitution says that he can't pardon himself. Nothing in the Constitution says that he can pardon himself.
Right.
So I would, if a law school exam, I'd give you an A if you said it's an open question.
Oh,
if you
I'll
came
take
down
that.
on either side of it, I'd give you an F.
Well, but the president came down on one side of it, so he gets an F.
But he's not a lawyer.
Oh, come on. He's the president of the United States.
He's not a lawyer. He is not a lawyer.
He says experts tell me I have absolute authority to pardon myself. Another bad recollection?
There are. No, there are lawyers who believe that. There are lawyers who believe the opposite.
An absolute ability to do it. And why is he bringing it up if he'll never do it?
I think to probably illustrate and create the discussion about how complete the pardon power is. He hasn't done a Mark Rich. I mean, you want to talk about pardons that stink up the whole system of justice. It's Bill Clinton's pardon of Mark Rich.
Good segue. Good segue.
I used to be in charge of the pardon attorney's office.
I know you did.
I used to be in charge of the pardon attorney's office.
I know you did.
And the reality is the pardons he's given so far are highly justifiable.
Rudy Giuliani would pardon Joe, not within his power. Let's talk about justifiable. We know he can do it. He can pardon a ham sandwich if he wants to. Joe Arpaio, Scooter Libby, Dinesh D'Souza.
You see how bad they're going after Arpaio and D'Souza? What criminals these people are.
Maybe even Martha Stewart. Rudy Giuliani pardons these people.
I recommended pardons, probably in worst cases like that, to Ronald Reagan.
Would you pardon all these people?
Over 900 pardons. I would, each one of them, yes. Martha Stewart's prosecution by Jim Comey was a publicity stunt. Never would have happened if it wasn't Martha Stewart. You don't indict on a trapped perjury case where the person didn't commit the underlying crime. That's a damn game to get yourself in the newspapers, which may have been the beginning of the Jim Comey who eventually illegally leaked the memo. Arpaio, I don't know the case that well, except it seemed to me it was highly political, as was Sousa. And Scooter Liberty had already been commuted. That investigation is completely wacko, because they knew who the leak was when they started the investigation.
Rudy.
So the investigation existed for the purpose of creating perjury on somebody.
Rudy.
And maybe, just maybe, that's what Mueller is doing.
Rudy, Arpaio openly flouted the law on purpose, even when he was told not to. Dinesh D'Souza signed a plea agreement admitting that he broke the law.
Because they pushed him.
That he lied. Martha Stewart, I covered every day of that trial.
Because they threatened him with another 5 years in jail.
She was a convicted liar. It seems like you want to send the message, lying is okay. Lying.
Well, I got to give it to Cuomo this time. Even though it's trash, whatever he's speaking about is trash. But Giuliani was not prepared to go head-to-head with Cuomo in this interview. You know, he wasn't. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.